Well, welcome to Cape Town. Cape Town has to be one of my favourite places that I have flown to in my whole flying career. I say it pretty much every single time someone asks me, where's your favourite place that you fly to? Where's been one of your best trips? And it's always Cape Town that comes straight to my mind as one of those trips. And I always love coming back. I don't like to do them too frequently because I feel like I'll take this trip for granted, and I don't want to be doing that because this trip is an amazing one. So I feel like doing this trip like once or twice a year is the perfect amount to really enjoy it every single time. The only thing I'm a little bit cautious about with this particular type of trip is it's a very sociable trip. And what I mean by that is crew are always doing stuff, always. And when it comes to my vlogging, I will always try and vlog everything I can for you as much as I possibly can. But I also have to keep in mind that not everyone wants to be on camera, not everyone wants to be on YouTube. It's not for everyone. So I do try and film as much of my trips for you as possible, also respecting people's opinions on that. So I will do my best to vlog as much as possible on this trip. I really want to just enjoy it. If you saw my last vlog, you'll know that my last week has just been absolutely horrendous. Probably one of the worst weeks in terms of my mental health in my whole entire life, and breaking down on Friday was just absolutely horrendous. I feel like I just want to keep this trip very focused on just relaxing, enjoying it in the moment as much as I can, whilst also dealing with all of the flat stuff on the side, kind of as limited as I need to, because I feel like last week I was just getting way too involved, doing too much, stressing myself out, and I just want to chill this trip. So I think I'm going to try my very best to do just that. Anyway, what's been the rundown of my day so far? So I basically reported for this trip last night really late, and we also didn't take off till really late. We had a bit of a delay. I'm sure you've heard in the news there's a lot of strikes going on, and one of those strikes is being the baggage handlers, and a few airport staff are striking, and it all has a knock-on effect as well as the weather. We had loads of snow, so that's had a knock-on effect. It's just quite crazy at the moment at the airports in London, so every flight seems to be delayed, including mine. So we didn't actually get here until about an hour ago, and that was about 2 hours late, I think it was. So we were quite late. I do notice that that has an effect on my routine on this particular trip, because when I get here, it's been a night flight. I've not had any more than 3 hours sleep on my break, so I want to get here, have a little nap if I can, and then I can enjoy the rest of my day. But I don't think I'm going to have time for that, because we're going for dinner later, and we like to meet by the pool, have a drink or two, and then go for dinner, and that's in a matter of an hour and a half. So I need to basically get ready and just power my way through the evening. So the restaurant that we are going to is the same restaurant that I feel like every crew goes to on their first night in Cape Town, and that's an amazing steakhouse called NV80. So it's honestly stunning. It's one of those where I thought maybe it's just hyped up a bit too much, and I don't want to make that judgment until I try it. When I tried it, honestly, it's so worth the hype. If you do happen to be in Cape Town on holiday, definitely make your way down there, because honestly it is beautiful. The staff absolutely love us crew as well. They always have a table reserved for us as well within the restaurant, because they know that every single night they've got crew coming their way. So they're amazing, they treat us so well, and we like to just have a little bit of an unwind after the flight. So that's the plans. I will show you what I get for dinner, I'll show you my outfit, I will show you all of that. This is pretty much like a holiday to me. I'm trying to treat it like a 2-3 day holiday. I actually just managed to have a 20-minute nap and wake up with a good amount of time to throw an outfit on. I feel so much better for it. I definitely could go back to sleep, but that nap was unbelievably needed. But anyway, let's show you my outfit of what I'm going to wear to go and get some steak. I really don't know how well you can hear me or how good the lighting is. I don't think it's very good, but I just want to show you my outfit for tonight. So I never really know what the situation is at Cape Town at night, because the times from what I remember, it gets a bit windy and cold, so I wanted to put something on that would keep me warm, so I'm not in the restaurant worrying about being cold rather than enjoying my food. So I've gone for this sort of button-up cropped cardigan from Primark. This is so comfy, really, really good buy. Very recently bought as well, so it might still be around, I'm not too sure. I got these jeans on, which are from Topshop, so they're like fitted flare ones, which I much prefer. I'm not really a big fan of the straight leg jeans. They just don't fit me and they make me look a little bit plumpy here. I don't know why they do that to me, because I'm not really plumpy here, but they just do that to me. So I prefer these style jeans, which you've probably seen in many of my videos before. Got this belt on from Shein, which is one thing that lives in my suitcase and never leaves. I got my Adidas trainers on, which are my superstars with like some really nice iridescent sides to them. I've got some hoop earrings in actually, which I can't really remember the last time I wore earrings, so I thought, you know what, today's the day. I've also straightened my hair, which is what I do when I don't know what to do with it, and I'm still not sure on the colour. I'm not sure, guys. I have been trying to like it, but I feel like it's too close to my natural hair colour, and there was a reason I dyed my hair away from my natural hair colour, because I don't like my natural hair. So I feel like we're going to be going back blonde at the end of January, but I will still think about it. I'll let it wash a few times and see how I feel about how it fades, but at the moment I'm leaning more towards going back blonde. I feel like I'm just naturally supposed to be blonde. And then finally, to finish off my outfit, I've got this white handbag, which is a really cute bag. I actually got this from my local cancer research shop, which, I'm not being funny, this was about £3. So it's such a good buy and I absolutely love it. Well, I think that's me done. Let's go get some steak. I am now back from an amazing meal, as always, from NV80. I cannot praise them enough. I don't think I've ever had a bad meal there. The amount of times I've been there, which is probably close to 5 now, on 5 separate occasions, it's always been amazing. Anyway, enough of me rambling on about how amazing NV80 is. I'm sure you're sick and tired of it. I'm gonna go to bed now, because as soon as I paid my bill tonight, I literally could hear my bed calling, in fact no, not even calling my name, screaming my name. So I need to go to sleep, and I'm gonna try and get as much rest as possible and not try and force myself out of bed because of me getting FOMO. So tomorrow the crew have kind of got the idea of maybe going wine tasting, but they're thinking about going quite early on in the day, or early on in the day for what I make out it to be. So I'm gonna just wake up when I wake up, see how I feel. I need to do some bits for the flat tomorrow morning, call some people, so I need to prioritize that before anything else, and just see how that goes before I go ahead with my day. Regardless though, whether I go wine tasting or not, I'm definitely going to make the most of my day and just have a really nice day from start to finish. But when I wake up in the morning, I will let you know what my plan is, and we'll go from there. A cup of tea is needed right now. Oh my god. Last night's sleep felt like the quickest sleep I think I've ever had, and I've had some what has felt like very quick sleeps after night flights when I'm home, but I always struggle so much when I'm doing a night flight to the destination that I'm flying to. It just throws me off entirely. Also, you could probably hear that the walls are very thin here, the door is very thin, I can hear everything, screaming kids at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's now currently 9:10. Yeah, it's been a very eventful morning. I've tried to sleep as much as I can, and I think I've done as much as I can, but I could probably have some more if I tried. So I've got a tea in hand. I've also got one of the made to go Rice Krispie bars that I got in Toronto. They're so good. I had one yesterday morning when I got here. I'm gonna have another one now because I feel like today's gonna be full on. I really wanted to go for breakfast, but they're going in 15 minutes and I'm in that mindset of, do I go and just forget about the flat stuff, or do I just do the flat stuff, what I need to do this morning on Monday, and then I can enjoy the rest of my day, hopefully without being disturbed too much. So I'm gonna do that, I think, be sensible about it, and then try and enjoy the rest of my day. I don't even know if I've showed you my view outside of the window yet, but I literally have Lion's Head right there. And the weather is looking absolutely stunning today. I was very misled by my weather app, which told me that the weather was going to be in the region of about 22 degrees and windy. So I was like, well, that could either be one of two things. That could be really hot, or it could be, oh my God, or it could be absolutely freezing cold, because it's on the coast, it can get very windy and cold. So I was like, I'll pack a mixture of both, but I think I've packed more summer than winter, and I'm very grateful for it. I really don't know if you can see this very well, but you've definitely seen this dress before. It's been a while since I've worn it, but this is a very wine tasting kind of dress, and I just feel very comfy in it. It's so flowy, it's very pretty, and yeah, it will just hide the bloat. Like, I can eat and drink as much as I possibly want without feeling any sort of self-conscious about myself, which, I mean, I don't really, but I feel like we all have those insecurities about stomachs and things, don't we? And then for my shoes, I've gone for these New Look sandals. These are so comfy, and they were about £15 from New Look. So they have been living also in my suitcase for a very long time, because I've not been able to wear them at home because it's been so cold. If you are wondering, sorry, this dress is from Shein. I did buy this ages ago, and I have made a pledge to myself since watching the Shein documentary where they went into the factories. I've made a pledge to myself to not buy stuff like that from online retailers if I can avoid it, which we definitely can. So I'm going to stop buying from there because it's just so unethical. It's not good. They do some lovely stuff like this, and this is really good quality, but just for my own personal morals, I'm going to stop buying from there. And I think a lot of people have to. I'm also going to wear my white bag that I wore yesterday as well. Got my sunglasses with me too, and I think I'm just going to keep it simple, because if it's hot, I don't really want to be carrying around with me any coats or anything more than that. I don't particularly plan on drinking loads today. I kind of just want to enjoy the experience a bit more, because when I went wine tasting last year, when I went to Cape Town, it was so much fun. My crew were absolutely amazing, just as these guys are. Because I'd never really been wine tasting before, I didn't really know what to expect on how to handle it, and I think I just went in too deep very quickly, and I didn't really enjoy it because of that. So I just kind of want to take it slow, enjoy the day. I'm probably going to drink more Coke than anything, because I am a sucker for Coke when the weather's like this. Coke with some lemon, not even ice, because I hate it when ice waters down Coke. But I'm just going to really enjoy some just nice scenery today, because honestly the vineyards here are absolutely glorious. And if anything, I'm just going to bring home some presents for people, I think, because you can get some real good stuff here. I absolutely need to get this makeup off and go to bed quicker than you realise. I am so exhausted. Today has been really good. It's been a very slow day, it's felt like, but a very chilled one at the same time. It was lovely. We went to some beautiful vineyards, one that I've been to before that I'm sure you'll recognise, which was Steenberg, and another which I cannot remember the name of. It's a very long German name from what I remember, but I did buy some wine from there as Christmas presents, so I'm gonna show you in a second the name of the vineyard. I'm pretty sure I put it in this vlog already, but if you want a quick reminder, I'll put it in a bit. I have to say, they were both very different vineyards, and it was nice to go to a different one that I haven't been to before. But I purposely, like I said this morning, took it very slow just to make sure that I enjoyed the day, rather than going too quickly into wine tasting and then realising, oops, yeah, shouldn't have done that, which is what I did last time. But this time I'm pretty much experienced now. I know the drill, and I think it worked out well. Had such a good time. I'm sorry if I didn't vlog too much. I don't really think I did, but I tried to enjoy it in the moment and just relax. And I really do feel a whole lot better for this trip. I knew I would do. And I just feel a whole lot more ready to go home and tackle all the crap that's going to come my way when I do get home. But finally tonight we did stop off at a lovely restaurant called Zest, which is more so, I would say, a fish restaurant rather than a meat restaurant. I didn't want to go for steak again. As much as I love South African steak, I don't think I could do such a big steak twice in a row, so we went for a fish restaurant today. And I had, as you saw, salmon, calamari and prawns as a trio, and I had some sweet potatoes on the side, and it was really, really nice. I'm so full now though, oh my god. I actually think I've mentioned before to you guys, and I know actually, funnily enough, I watched one of Zoe Suggs' Vlogmas videos this week, and I was thinking about it as I was watching it, how much I relate to it, because she was saying how she cannot burp, and that is me. Like, she says she very rarely does it. If she does, it'll be like a gargle or some sort of noise that comes up, but she physically cannot release a burp, and neither can I, neither can my sister. I thought it was a genetic thing, but I don't think it is after seeing that, because I feel like so many people suffer with it, more people than we actually realise. And a way to actually fix it is getting Botox in your neck to, I think it's to open up something within your neck. I don't know, but apparently it helps. But I would be too scared to go and get that done, as in I get worried if I got it done I would not stop belching and I would have no control over that. Like, I've never really been a massive burper, even when I was a baby, and if I do burp, it'll be like once every 6 months, if that. I'll maybe do randomly one in flight, but it's not one that's triggered by anything else other than flying. So yeah, I'm kind of in a mindset of I'd love to do it, but also I'm too scared to do it. So let me know in the comments if you're the same as me. Do you suffer with not being able to burp? Have you had Botox in your neck to make sure you burp? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've had it done. Just let me know. I'm intrigued. But the moral of that conversation is I'm really uncomfortable right now because I'm so full, I can't burp. I'm just uncomfortable, and it's a shame that I cannot burp to solve the problem, because I know that is the problem right now. So these guys are the wines that I picked up from the vineyards. So I got some presents for my grandparents mainly, because they were the last few that I didn't know what to get, and I was thinking, right, I'm coming to Cape Town. Cape Town is known for wine. I know they like wine, so I feel like it's a good shout. Plus, I also picked up some bags, so they'll act as some really nice wrapping for them, and I just think they look really original, and you can tell that they come from Cape Town, and I've gone out of my way to get some really nice, good presents for them. So the first one I got is from, in fact, let me show you this one first. So this one is from, I'm gonna try and say this name, but I'll probably butcher it because it is so long. So it's Butin Vervaching, I think it's called, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I basically got two of the same wine. So I got this one, which is apparently their most famous wine and their most popular wine as well. Honestly, these bottles are so cheap. I think they were no more than £10. It's ridiculous, and the quality of wine you get for less than £10 is incredible. This one I got is I think it's a red. I think, in fact, both of those are red from the other vineyard. This one's also a red. I think I might keep one for me and Vic as like a nice moving in present for us when we move into the flat eventually. But also I feel like I might keep one for Valentine's Day, which is actually our anniversary. And obviously if we are in the flat, we can do a nice meal, have a nice glass of wine together. Something like that would be really nice, I think, and a nice little keepsake. So the final thing I actually got from Steenberg is something that I wanted to get last time. Let me try and get this out the box without damaging it. So this one is in a stunning box. So what we normally do for New Year's is we often go to my in-laws, so Vic's parents. So I do stay with my mum as long as possible on New Year's, but she does tend to go to bed early. She can never stay awake long enough to see in the new year, so she's like, you can go off and do your own thing, go with friends and do whatever you fancy. So basically, normally what we do, like I said, is go to Vic's parents. So every year, obviously, we crack open a bottle of bubbly. We often do some fireworks in the garden, and just have a nice first few minutes of the new year. So what we normally go for bubbly wise for the new year is something like a bubbly martini, something from Asda, something that's like a good quality bubbly but something that's not too expensive as well. So this bubbly I actually tried last year at Steenberg, and honestly it was stunning. I bought so much last year that I physically couldn't buy anymore, and they were literally all presents for Christmas and things, so I had to kind of weigh it up whether I should bring this for New Year or whether I should focus on Christmas presents, and I decided to focus on Christmas presents without thinking I would actually go back to Steenberg. So I went back this time and I had to get some bubbly for New Year. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to give it to my in-laws and be like, right, this is something we've got for New Year, I want you to open it, and they're going to be like, no, we're not touching it. It's something that's going into our keepsake cupboard with all of these really nice, expensive, good quality alcohols, and they just won't touch it. But I'm going to make sure they open it because I can always come back for more. So plans for tomorrow. I will try not to explain too much of what I've got planned and show you more so than tell you, but first of all, when I wake up, I actually have a massage booked in. I managed to get one booked in for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's not actually at the local spa within the hotel, it's just a bit further down the road, but I hear lots of good things about that place from other crew, and I was able to get in for tomorrow for a nice massage because I need it. So I have a full body 60-minute massage booked in. I don't know if 60 minutes is going to be long enough, but it's all I could really get in for tomorrow without being too late into the day. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a massage, and I'm really looking forward to it. I get a little bit nervous because I'm like, I don't know really what is involved in it. I don't know how I need to dress to get there. It sounds really silly. I'm overthinking stupid stuff like that, but I think a lot of people feel the same when they go for massages and things like that. So I'm gonna just go along, see what it's all about, and then when I come back, I might get some food, sit by the pool maybe. In fact, no, rewind. I need to go pick up my garlic rolls from NVAT. I also need to go to the shop because I need to get some cigarettes for people too, because they're super cheap in the shop rather than in duty free. And then I can come back to the hotel, get some food. I might sit by the pool for a few hours, and then it'll be time to come up here, have a nap before I go home, because we do have another night flight home, which is actually one of the perks of this trip, is having 2 night flights in the space of 1 trip. And as crew, I feel like people do tend to prefer night flights purely because I think it's more chilled. As hard as it is getting through the night, I feel like overall it's more chilled, and it's just more of an enjoyable vibe to work to, I feel like. I really hope waking up this early every day really sorts out my routine when I get home, and it's quite good before Christmas as well, because I tend to find after flights lately I've been really sleeping in and I just physically cannot wake up, whereas every day this trip I've had to wake up sort of 9-10 o'clock here, but we're 2 hours ahead of the UK, so currently it's 9:30, which means 7:30 at home. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm kind of sorted out for Christmas. But I'm literally about to leave for my massage, which I'm very excited for. I hope it's good. I don't want it to be one of those where it's like too rough or not the strength that I want it to be. I want it to be just right. So I'm kind of hoping it's a nice relaxing experience and not a stressful one where I feel uncomfortable. But I'll let you know once I've had my massage how it goes. I've just finished up in the massage room. Oh my God. I'll explain more when I get back to the hotel, but I'm so zen right now. Here's the room. She used some like amazing oils on me as well, like, oh. Anyway, I've got to head downstairs and I'll see you shortly. Well, I'm currently having to do my hair in the dark because something happens here in South Africa called load shedding. So basically the power cuts off every now and again. It's very random. They try to give us some sort of warning at reception, like when it's going to happen, but it doesn't seem to be accurate. So we're just kind of powering through it, really, excuse the pun. But yeah, every now and again this just happens. And right now I cannot charge my iPad, can't charge my phones, the hot water goes off, literally everything turns off that I need at that present time. Luckily the last few days I have been out when it's happened, but sometimes I have caught the tail end of it. So because of this, I think I'm just gonna head down to the pool and chill for a few hours. I do wanna try and come back to have a nap at some point, but I don't really know whether that's gonna happen because yeah, the last few times it really hasn't, as much as I've tried, and if it has happened, I've woken up feeling a whole lot worse. Have I just ordered truffle fries to my room? Yes, I bloody well have. They smell and look so good. And I also got a Fanta because Fanta just tastes so good in Africa. I cannot even describe it. It just tastes immaculate. I'm literally halfway through getting ready, like one eye has mascara, the other doesn't. And I've just heard the sound. Oh no, I don't want to look. They keep doing this thing where they keep putting letters under the door and it's regarding activities in the hotel. I'm like, don't scare me like that, because that sound normally means a delay. Doesn't normally mean let's just tell you about activities and all the fun things that are going on when you leave. No, I don't want to see that. Right, I think we're still on time at the moment. I'll keep you updated if I get any more notes through the door that scare me to death. Guys, I did it. The extender is on, but she's closed and we're going home. Flying home for Christmas, in fact, which is rather exciting. We've still got a few days before Christmas, but Christmas is on Sunday. I am landing on Wednesday. So I've got a little bit of time to get a bit festive before the big day. On that note, I hope you guys have the most amazing Christmas. Thank you for supporting my channel for another year. Of course, I'll be vlogging in between Christmas and New Year, so you will get vlogs from me. But until then, have the best Christmas, and I will see you in my next vlog.